Okay, we're still dividing radicals. Okay, but what's different between the last example and in this example, which is are the two of the check understandings on page 370, example 5, is that this time I cannot divide the denominator into the numerator. So I can't simplify immediately in a way that gets rid of the square root in the denominator. So we have another process to what we call rationalize the denominator. In the first one, let me write this as the square root of 7 over the square root of 5. And then what we'll multiply by is whatever is this denominator, square root of 5, divided by itself. Okay? When you multiply by anything divided by itself is 1. So it's okay to multiply by that without changing a value. And in the denominator, the square root of 5 times the square root of 5 is 5. So we don't have any square root in the denominator anymore, which is what we want. Right? We never want a square root in the denominator. Okay, in the numerator, we can use our product property. The square root of 7 times the square root of 5 is the square root of 35. Okay, and we can't divide 5 into 35 because the 5 is not in the radical, the 35 is. Okay, same process for this one. Okay, we need to simplify in a way that gets rid of the radical in the denominator. And our process will be, let's multiply by whatever is that denominator, right, divided by itself. Again, that is 1. We're multiplying times 1, but in a way that will change the form of what we're looking at. Right? The square root of 10xy times the square root of 10xy is 10xy. No more radical. Okay. Now we can combine these two in a product property. This is the square root of 20 x to the 4th times y. Okay, now we can simplify the numerator in that 20 is 4 times 5. So the square root of 20 is the square root of 4 times the square root of 5, which is 2 root 5. So this is the square root of, let me take that back, the square root of 4 times the square root of 5, the square root of x to the 4th, the square root of y, all is being divided by x, 10xy. So we have 2 square root of 5. Okay, how many x's can we take out of this? 4 divided by 2, x squared, and the square root of y, divided by 10xy. Okay, that equals 2x squared times the square root of 5y divided by 10xy. And we wouldn't stop there because 2 divides evenly into 10. And there's 1x in the denominator and 1x in the numerator, so we can cancel one of those in the numerator. So this is x times the square root of 5y divided by 5y.